Doing just taking I'm on lunch break here from work, and I was thinking during work about For Honor and different ideas because I love the game and I want it to be better, but there's a lot of like little things to me as a game player. So I had an idea and it just kept snowballing in my head. So I thought I'd make a video real quick to kind of convey my ideas to you guys and bounce my ideas off you guys. I hope a lot of you guys see this and you guys respond to it because I'd love to hear what you guys think. But here's my idea, okay? And where it comes from, first of all, is point system, okay? Being penalized in the game. Right now, the way that, and I'm going to use Dominion as my example because that's the main game mode I play and I think a lot of people play. In Dominion, you get points for capturing zones, killing heroes, executing heroes, reviving teammates, I think, and killing minions, right? Those are like the basic things that you get points for. Most of the time, I find myself at the end of a match, I look on the scoreboard, I'm at the bottom because I have a bad KD and I have like little to no points, right? While the rest of my team, they're like killing it. They're all over the place, right? And I'm always like, well, I feel like I'm doing a lot for my team, but yet it's not being reflected on the scoreboard very well, and I hate that. And the situation this occurs multiple times during a play session in For Honor is that I'll see 3 enemy teammates running to a point. Let's say they're all on a point. I will go in there by myself to hold them up, all right? That means they can't go anywhere. Usually, unless they're smart, they're not going. They all stay and they gank you, right? Because they're all going to get an easy takedown from that. So they're all attacking me. I'm trying to kill them, but my main priority is to just stay alive and hold them there. If I hold 3 of the 4 teammates there, that means there's one other enemy teammate running around, right? And 3 of my teammates are running around. So they're in the same situation. If my team plays it right, they can capture the 2 other points and they can get easy kills, right? Because I'm holding up the rest of their team. Maybe it's not 3, maybe it's only 2 people. That's still 50% of the team being held up by 1 person, right? So your team still has the advantage number-wise and distance-wise, right? They can capture more points because you're just making sure they all stay on 1 point while your team gets everything else. So the result of that, though, is that I get no points for that. I might get a few kills, but usually what happens is I hurt the enemy, they're almost dead, they back out, and then the person with full health comes in and I have to fight them. So I'm fighting multiple different people with 1 health bar and they get 2 to 3 health bars, sometimes 4, right? So my teammates, though, they get easy kills and then they get to capture the zones and kill the minions. They get the easy points. That shows on the scoreboard. My fight isn't shown on the scoreboard unless I magically pull the victory out of my butt, which a lot of times does not happen, right? Especially whenever you don't have a max rep character and you don't have that max gear stat, right? You get penalized, but you're doing a lot for your team. You're making it so easy for them to go get everything else. So my idea is based around that and giving rewards for that. Excuse me for looking this way. I have a script written up here so I can tell my idea cohesively, and I'm scanning through it right now to see if I missed out anything of what I was saying. Let's see here. Okay, so That of course builds frustration, right? That's at the core of my idea, is alleviating the salt and the frustration from getting ganked and doing all the work and then not getting any pay for it, okay? So what if the point system, you actually got points based on hits you landed and attacks you parried, okay? Now again, this is not making you more lethal of an enemy to anybody, right? You're not getting more kills for this or anything, but you are showing that you're helping your teammates more. So I'm finding an opponent, right? If I land a heavy, because heavies can be hard to land because they're so much easier to parry, if I land a heavy, that's worth more points than if I land a light, okay? That would help people to, if you want to look good on the scoreboard, now you're not just spamming lights because lights aren't getting you that many points. Sure, you're getting a kill, but you're not getting that many points because you're attacked. So you're literally being rated in the scoreboard for how good of a fighter you are, right? Now it matters on how well I fight against these 3 different guys, okay? And again, let's stay with that picture that I painted because that happens often to me, very often. Okay, so I'm fighting, and let's say my points, if I'm fighting one guy and I land a heavy, let's say that's worth 10 points, okay? 10 points added to my score. If I have 2 people, and the game will track who's locked on to you, right? Because in order to fight people, really, it's not Dark Souls, right? So you have to be locked on to them. There's a few hits you can do without being locked on, but they're not that often, right? So it says, okay, there's 1 person locked on, 10 points. Let's say 2 people are locked on to him. 15 points now. If you land on heavy on that one guy, it's now not worth just 10 because you're fighting, because the game is showing you're fighting 2 people. You have 2 people locked onto you, 15 points. All right? 10 for the first guy, 5 extra points for every other guy. And it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but just something like that, right? So one hit and boom, now all of a sudden you have 3 guys locked onto you. So each time because each time it's getting harder for you to land a hit. Everybody's crowding around you. Now people are saying, I'm literally getting better score fighting the ganks, right? On top of that, if you parry a light, you get more points than if you parry a heavy. So it's flip-flopped. Landing a light, not that many points. Landing a heavy, a lot of points. Parrying a light, a lot of points. Parrying a heavy, not a lot of points, right? So now people are beginning to use these different moves to get more points. An additional bonus, you can get this once per life if you use your whole kit, right? Every move set, if you use your whole kit, you get a big ol' nasty bonus of points. Because this is the reason behind the rework of Peacekeeper, she was not doing that good at using her whole kit because she would just light spam and she could beat you, right? So they said, well, we're going to take away her damage on her lights and we're going to add a few new moves to her so she uses the rest of her kit. What if you had a point bonus and it said, checks off the list, you do this in the training arena, so they already have it in the game. It says, oh, good job, you did this. What if you did your whole move set and it says, check in this life, this one life, you can get it once per life, he used all his moves. You can't whiff hits though. If I'm a warlord, I have a heavy light combo and a light heavy combo. I have to hit both of those. I need to swing, and if it gets parried, it counts. If it hits, it counts. If they block it, it counts. You just have to do the combo. Therefore, people now, if you're like, I'm fighting this raider, he's done everything but his unblockable. I know the unblockable is going to come because I know he wants that extra point bonus. That helps with a little bit more of a mind game in your fights, right? It makes it juicier in that way. So that is something that I think would add a lot. In addition to that, you know, now the ganks are more appetizing to people. They're not as scary. You're getting rewarded for it. And my video is running a little bit long now, so I'm going to try to finish it up here. The second part of the idea is this. If you get, again, it's counting on getting locked on. In the last 10 seconds from the time you died, the game says how many people were locked on to him. However many people were locked onto you, it decreases your respawn time. This is inspired by the idea of Call of Duty, right? It's a very fast-paced game. You die fast, but you respawn like instantly. That's one of the biggest frustrating things to me in For Honor is that when I die, I have to wait forever to play my game again. And I get why it's there. It's so that way people can't just endlessly run in and just, like, you can get somewhere. Because if people aren't dying, or if they're responding too fast, then the game could go really slowly. Nobody can capture that 1 point or anything like that, right? But if you're the guy who's getting ganked, I feel like it would be fair to say he had 3 people attacking him and he died. You got a freaking lot of points for fighting that many people. You didn't kill any of them, right? Because they just back out, the new guy comes in. But you got a lot of points and that's reflected on the scoreboard, so it shows that you were really helping out your team in that time because of how many people you were fighting for them. And you get killed, no problem. Instead of making you wait 15 seconds because you were executed, we'll make you wait 5 seconds. 5 seconds later, you're back in the game, and now you're not afraid of the gank. In fact, people are thinking, maybe we shouldn't gank this guy because we're not capturing points while we're doing this, and he's coming back into the fight so much faster. So now the ganks are beginning to disappear, and people are now beginning to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Because it is, I don't like it when my team ganks, because we lose points, right? They get kills, but who cares? That's not what Dominion's there for. Dominion, you win by capturing points. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. I think it'd be a great idea. Maybe you guys can improve upon it, or maybe you see a glaring flaw in it that I don't see. It would take a little bit of work, but I think it would be a great system to have in the game to make it a lot more fun and a lot less frustrating. So, we'll catch you guys later.